Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. I guess
How
we're.
long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with
What?
time
I can
from
walk
now
on you?
on.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's weird because I just remembered. Yeah, you can walk on this or this desk. I wonder, can I get on more? Oh, I can. Oh, wait. Can I get out the window? Let's go. I can. Oh, what the? Oh, I thought I fell forever.
At first,
Ha!
Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the
Oh
game's
my
design all
God.
along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Ah.
So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh. Um. Not really. No.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you
Ooh.
think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the
Ooh.
same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Ah.
Now, think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time.
Ah.
What if the other option is even longer? How
Ooh.
long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration?
Ah.
And this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one.
Ooh.
So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones.
Oh.
Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Ah.
Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Oh. Yeah. I'm sick of now. Ah. This game's now. I'm sick of this gag now. You suck. Whoop. Ba ba da ba ba. Hey, excuse me. Waiting input, but what is what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yo, whiteboard ending, but what the hell? The office changed. Like the whole office.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
What?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yo, what the hell was that about? It was completely different. I was gonna do the yes, but now I
Yet there
couldn't.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Oh,
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to
damn
his
it.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah, screw
Coming
you.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yo, this is cool.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Yep.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
What's with the background?
why couldn't he see his feet
Ah.
when he looked down?
Ah.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he
Whoa.
went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yes.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He
That's annoying.
his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
I guess.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Oh yeah.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float.
Wait.
around.
I
He
don't
imagined
consent.
himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too.
Whoa!
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd...
Oh my god, this is trippy.
...spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
Oh
Believing
no.
that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently.
Oh god,
invited himself
Connor.
to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
It's gonna reset.
The of the mattress on his back. The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Okay.
I am okay.
And here it comes. And oh no, I'm waking up.
Stanley began screaming. Please, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please.
Oh god, everything's in red.
I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh no. What happened? Then Stanley started screaming. Oh, this
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What? What's going on?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
What?
Then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
What?
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
She didn't call an ambulance
And
still?
then she turned and ran.
But he's dead. Well, I died. You well, that's messed up. She was gonna call an ambulance too. Oh, and it just restarts like I'm trash. Ah, game is gonna be the end of me, I swear. But before I end this episode, I want to get. Oh, actually. Hey, I did it. Ah. Well, oh, it doesn't say the end is ever. It just says now loading, or just loading, not now loading. What did I do? Welcome Stanley to heaven. Oh, oh, this is heaven. It sure is. Oh, yeah, no. That was the entire Easter egg, just being in heaven? Okay, not really heaven for me. I don't think heaven is buttons, but I guess heaven. No, not heaven. I just want to. Okay, but now I wasted more time on that stupid Easter egg that took like the entirety of 6 episodes. Is it? I guess it's there as access for every time.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Do all the computers just say now the end is never? Oh, it does, and it's creeping me out. Not that one, but all of them do. You know, screw that. I'm gonna go out of the exit of the window and get that e-secret. Oh, I didn't jump out yet.
At first, Stanley...
Yes! I am now.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you
Okay.
want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Both of them were unlucky. Ah. Not miserable.
There once was a man named Stanley.
Ah.
Who people considered so manly.
Ooh.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old.
Oh.
And was quite particularly gangly.
Oh.
What Stanley liked most was buttons.
I do.
He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
Yes.
He did it all day in a meaningful way.
Mmm.
But his brain had long ceased to function.
Wait.
Which is why he is in this parable.
Oh.
He lives an existence quite terrible.
I guess.
And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
Oh.
You too will become quite unbearable.
Nice. Oh, it's gonna loop, is it? I'm getting out of here. Not even a restart. It's just called begin the game again. I wish it was actually called restart. Oh, I'm back in this prison. But I'll be back in the prison tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Next video. I don't know why I said tomorrow. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. This is the Stanley Parable. This is one big game. Not big game, but this is just a nightmare because it just never ends. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!